everybody, it's Miss Jaimie from the Hampton Bays Public Library, and welcome to Mindful Moments. So today we're going to be talking about mindfulness, and I'm going to give you some relaxation and breathing techniques, and we are going to learn how to make a calm bottle or a calm jar. And I'll give you a quick little demo right now, and then I'll talk more about it later though. So it's got all these swirly glitter in there, and I'll show you how that's calming in just a few moments. So first, let's talk about mindfulness. If you don't know what mindfulness is, it's basically the mindset, the thought pattern of focusing on the present moment. So a lot of times your mind might go, very busy in your head, and you might be thinking about all the homework you have to do later, or you have a test next week, or something you said in the past to somebody and you wish you didn't say it, something that you did last week, all of these things, you're focusing on the future or on the past, and you're not focusing on the present moment. What are you doing right this second? So that's what mindfulness is about. It's about focusing on your present feelings and your present emotions and how your body is feeling right now. And I like to call it as focusing on the little things. So you pay more attention to what's going on around you. So this can be really helpful to focus on mindfulness and focus on things like relaxation and breathing techniques, so that when your mind is going all over the place, you can kind of calm down and refocus on whatever you're doing right now. And this is super helpful if you're having a hard time with things that are going on in your life, especially right now while we're all at home for the most part still, and all of the other things that are just coming along with that. So let's get started. I first want to show you ways that you can make yourself in a calm environment. So you want to make sure that you have quiet going on. If you can't get that, you might want to get earplugs, or you might want headphones. Because if you can't get complete quiet, you can at least put headphones in and you can listen to some calming music, or you could just put calming music on a stereo, or you can, like I have here, this diffuser. It's an essential oil diffuser. You might have seen one at the library. We like to use it on our desk or in programs. This always has like a nice little light on it. Ours look a little bit different at the library. And you'll notice, you might not be able to see it, but there's a little bit of steam of water coming up, and that we put in water and some essential oils. So usually it comes in like a little bottle like this, and they have different scents, so they smell nice, and some of them will help you feel calmer, and some of them might, perk you up a little bit. So usually to feel calmer, lavender or eucalyptus or peppermint. This one is called Breathe In. So sometimes there's a mixture of oils, and you just find whatever makes you feel calm and nice. If you don't have a diffuser, you can also find aromatherapy, as it's called. The therapeutic nature of scents. You can find candles that have similar scents of the lavender or the peppermint. Of course, if you're using a candle, please have an adult with you so that they can light it and put it in a safe spot that it won't get knocked over. So different things. If you don't want to smell anything, that's fine too. Whatever makes you feel calm. So let's talk about a little bit of things that you can do. As I said, the diffuser. You can make a calm jar or a calm bottle. So this is what we're going to be making later. And basically, we are going to, it kind of reminds us of what's going on in our head. So when we shake it up, all the glitter is floating around and you have all of these things in your head. And as they settle down, you can kind of watch it and start to feel like the things in your head are getting a little bit settled and calmer. So that's how we use that. You can also use breathing techniques. So with the calm jar, it's sometimes helpful to take a nice deep breath in and let it out. And with the calm jar, you can shake it up and take a nice deep breath in. And when you let your breath out, you can go along with the settling of the glitter. So that's how we're going to use our calm jars once we make them. Other breathing techniques, you can just try to breathe on your own. You kind of take longer breaths than you normally would if you're just hanging out or you're talking or whatever else you're doing. And you can try to inhale and breathe in and kind of pause and hold your breath in. And let it out and kind of pause before you inhale again. So that kind of focusing on your breath kind of helps you be mindful and kind of brings you back into the present moment. So a few things that help you breathe are something we use in mindful learn and play. If you were a preschooler or you are a preschooler and you've been in our mindful learn and play program, we use a Tibetan singing bowl. And it's just got this little stick here, and what we do is you hold it down. Luckily I have this little cushion. Usually I would put it on the floor or on a table, and you have your little stick here and you hit it with the red part, and it just kind of makes a chime. So usually what we do is we take a nice hit of the Tibetan singing bowl, and then we'll breathe in, and as it rings out, we'll breathe out. Pause, and then we let it out. So that's a nice little way to do it. There are other options like this, which is a Woodstock Chimes Zenergy chime. So this one is a little bit more, you can kind of control where you hit it. This one goes a lot longer, so you can kind of play around if you have one of these or the Tibetan singing bowl, and it's just kind of a reminder of how long your breath can go. Now, another thing that I'm going to show you is a Hoberman Spear. So this one we're going to do a few tries. If you don't have a Hoberman Spear, it's one of these cool balls, you can just use your hands. So we're kind of gonna practice with our breath going in and out. And if you move it slow enough, you'll be able to kind of judge how long your breath should be going. So you kind of just want to match your inhale and your exhale. So if you don't have the Hoberman Spear, you can just use your hands. So we can go breathe in, breathe out. So you kind of match your breath and see as you get calmer if you can make your breath go longer. So let's give it a shot. We'll do it 3 times. So breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. All right, good job. So these are just little things that you can do to feel a bit calmer. And as I said, you can try just to make your room or wherever you are relaxed, either through the diffuser or a candle, aromatherapy, nice music. You can even do, if you want to lie down, have a stuffed animal with you or a blanket, anything that'll make you feel calm. There's even things like this, which are called a happy wrap, and it's kind of like a beanbag, and you can put it some essential oil or something on there that makes you feel calm, and you can just, while you're laying down, lay it over your eyes, and it just kind of, the weight on your eyes kind of feels nice sometimes. So there's all these different things. You can try out whatever breathing methods work for you, and if breathing doesn't work for you, just always remember that you have to breathe, and you can just choose whatever thing that makes you happy. Nice music, you can color or draw, or just anything that kind of keeps you focused on the present moment, and hopefully you start to notice the little things in life. So let's get to making our calm jars. Right, so to make our calm bottle, we are going to need a bottle. I just have a clear plastic bottle. You can use a jar if you want to, but a bottle is probably safer, as the jar is usually made out of glass, and that could break if you're shaking it and you accidentally drop it, and it's a little bit heavier if you use a glass jar. So we're going to use a bottle with a lid. We are going to use glitter. So I have all different types. I have the coarse glitter, I have blue, I have green, I have silver, and I have teal. And then I also have the fine glitter. So I've got very fine little glitter, turquoise and aquamarine, and some green and blue, all different types, all different colors. So you choose what colors you want. If you can get the plastic-free glitter, that's even better. It's safer for the environment. But this is what we had, and we should use up what we have. So you use whatever colors you want, and I chose these types of colors because they're calming colors. So anything called a cool color, so blues and greens, are supposed to be calming and nice, and that's what we want for our calm bottle. But you can do whatever color you want. If you like red and yellow and warm colors, that's perfectly fine. I also have some glitter glue. They come in these little squeeze bottles. Unfortunately, I broke one of the bottles, so this one doesn't have the proper lid. And we're going to need some warm water. So I heated up some water. You can use the tap water, but I didn't know how long I would be taking, so I warmed up some water in my electric hot pot, and I allowed it to cool. So this part, if you're going to heat it up, please ask an adult and let it cool so that it's warm water, not boiling hot and not hot. You want warm water, especially in your plastic bottle, especially these thinner plastic ones. They are more likely to melt if it's hot, and also you don't want to burn yourself. Same thing, I have a hot glue gun. This one is a low temperature one, but again, please use an adult while you're using that, and that'll be to close off our lid. If you don't have hot glue, I recommend super glue, which might even be better than hot glue, but I don't have any. So let's get started. So first, we're going to take our bottle or our jar and fill up 2/3 of the way. So whatever you think is 2/3, I think it's about this line over here. If you break this up, 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. And you want a little bit of space probably at the top, so when you shake it, there's space for the water and the glitter and everything to move around. So we are going to just carefully pour. I like this little spout. I don't have a funnel, so I like having the little spouts. I'm just going to carefully fill this up. Mine might be a little bit hot, so it's fogging up. I think that's 2/3 of the way. So we can see there we have our water, and now we're going to put glitter glue in. So I'm going to use, the more glitter glue you have, the slower your glitter will go. If you have less glitter glue, the water and the glitter will move faster. So it depends on what you want to do, what will make you calm when you look at it. If you're breathing along with your glitter and watching it settle as you breathe, and then watch it settle and you exhale and inhale, you might want longer or faster. So I'm just going to add a little bit. You only want a little bit, depending on where you're going. This is why we're using the warm water. Because it melts the glue a little bit. I'm going to use silver and green. And you play around with it. You might have something different. I'm going to do a little bit of gold in there. Just a little bit, because I already have a lot of glue and I want it to go not too slow. And I'm just going to cap this over. If you have a jar, use a spoon, and we're just going to mix it. So make sure it's all capped off. And we're going to shake it up so we can mix it. Right? And look how that is going. So most of it's dissolving. So this is your science lesson. It's a solution. Sometimes you drop things, so be careful. All right, so that is mainly mixed, and now we can open it back up. And you can already see it swirling around, and we have that. You don't see as much of the different colors as I thought you would, but it's an experiment. It's whatever you want, but it's still, it made it a nice kind of green silvery color. And now we're going to add our coarse glitter first. So that's the bigger ones. That's going to be the majority of what you're using, because there's usually a larger amount. So I'm going to use this blue, and because I don't have a funnel, so if I had a funnel, it would stick right in here and I could pour directly into there. But because I don't, I'm going to have this folded piece of paper. I folded it the long way, and I am going to just pour my glitter onto my piece of paper and get it all in the crease there. And then fold it up and try to pour it gently in. So you see it kind of hanging out at the top of my bottle. Right. add some green. I don't want that much green, so I'm going to add some green. And again, just carefully pour it in. And I really like this teal turquoise color. I think this is going to be my main color. But you want the differences in color so you can see it. Yeah, do whatever colors you want. And what I'm going to just do is put the lid back on. If you have the jar, you can stir it with a spoon. I'm just going to shake it back up to see how it looks. Look at that. Now remember, there's going to be more water. We're going to add more water. So if you think that you might need a little bit more, but remember, if you're going to use it for breathing exercises, you're just going to make sure that it, while the glitter is floating off in the air there, inside the bottle, you're going to breathe in, and then you're going to shake it and breathe out as it settles. So you want to make sure that's enough time for you to do that. I think that's good. I'm going to now add the fine glitter. These ones have the little caps on them, so I don't need to put it everywhere or use a funnel because it fits right. And you're going to use whatever you want. Alright, I'm going to just cap it again to make sure that I want it like that. You might have to shake it a bit to get all the things on the bottom there. But I think that's looking really great. Right, so I'm going to now add more water. And I would say still have it be warm water right now. It might bubble up a little bit, so you might have to let the bubbles settle before you can put more water in. And as I said, you might want to leave a little bit of space so that when you shake it, there's room for it to move around. So now you can see our layers are separating and it's a lot more clear now. But when we shake it all up, it's all at the bottom here. So when we shake it all up, it's going to fill up the bottle and it'll be ready to go. So let's put our lid back on, or on the spoon. You can stir it up in your jar, and I'm going to shake it. And if you like how it looks, then you're ready to close off the top. Alright, so I'm just going to use some hot glue. Please, again, use an adult. And I'm just going to glue around the edge of my lid here, or my rim of the bottle. Right around there. I'm going to stick this on and twist it. And you might want to do a little bit around the edge once it's closed. Now again, if you're using the super glue, that might work better. I have not tried that. Right. You want this to be as good of a seal as possible, so make sure that you get it right on there. That's why I also recommend you use the low temp glue, because if you do get it on you while you're quickly trying to put it on, you might get a little bit of hot glue on you. Okay. You want to make sure that it goes on quickly and you have the best seal possible. So this will last a lot longer than if you hadn't glued it shut. And now I'm just going to do some glue around the top here just to seal it a little bit more. All right. And you could even probably decorate the lid here if you wanted to. Probably glue on a little bead or a gem or something like that. Just kind of smoothing out the glue. Whatever you feel is right. All right. So there we are. I'm going to let that dry. And there you go. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'm going to leave you with a small clip that you can breathe to of my bottle. So as you're going to take a deep breath in, and then you are going to shake the bottle, and then it is going to settle down right there. And as you exhale, you'll exhale with the settling. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.